Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Gobble Gobble review. No, the Albino Rhino beer review. Today, you have the Rhino. It's all you have, right? I don't have anybody anymore. I have just myself. I am so lonely. Ever so lonely. We'll start with this guy. So, it's from Regina Brewing Company. It's their Golden Ale. Chris has done some great beers there. I still think that his oatmeal stout is one of the best stouts I've had since being in Regina. Especially the best, just stout, right? Just simple fucking stout. Never usually a huge fan of a golden ale. Golden ale is a golden ale is a golden ale is a golden ale. I actually like them less now than I used to like Pilsners. And you all know how I used to like Pilsners. So this is 5.5% alcohol by volume. It is 23 IBU. This golden ale carries traditional floral notes from local hops and is infused with honey and just a hint of chocolate. Okay. So, golden ale infused with chocolate and honey. As most of us know, I'm learning that I don't like honey beers anymore at all. So, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how much honey is in here. I don't know. I didn't ask him about it. I'm just like, let's just grab one of everything. And this is one of them. Oh my, I just noticed. The Golden Ale is the first one I've seen that doesn't have Regina Golden Ale on there. Everything else has been Regina Brewing, Regina Pilsner, Regina Brewing, Regina Oatmeal Stout, Regina Brewing, Regina IPA, Regina Pale Ale, Regina Honey Ale. This one is just Golden Ale. I wonder if more of them do that too. I have two more from him back there. Just got to see something, okay? Okay, so that one is also just the name of the beer. Okay. So, it's a good-looking beer. It really is. It almost matches the color of the can. Would I say that's a golden color? Yeah, I would say that's a pretty golden color. Bright white head. Snap, crackle, pop is there. Scent out of the glass. It's very sweet. Has a little bit of banana notes to it. Has a really sweet, little bit of banana notes to it. A little bit of almost butterscotch. I'm not talking movie theater butter. I'm not talking the off flavors or scents. I'm talking butterscotch. Oh well, let's try it. Let's see what she's like. Cheers. Was it Jay Knows Best that I think it was Jay Knows Best that hates the tasting note bready, but that's kind of bready. Okay. We'll start with the downside of this beer for me. On the back end, it is a little astringent, bitter, and almost alcoholic. And again, it's only 5.5% alcohol, so it really shouldn't be. But it's coming off that way. Don't know why, but it is. And I think that's the only detraction I'll really give this beer, is I'm not a big fan of that finish. I don't mind the warmth in the chest and throat, but at 5.5% alcohol, there should be no warmth. Forefront is nice, sweet. Get a little bit of honey. Get a little bit of butterscotch. Get a little bit of caramel. Get a little bit of like a banana bread flavor. And then it goes into that bready, biscuity, slightly drying breadiness at the back that has a little bit of banana in it still. And then you get that throat warmth. Not 100% sure why I'm getting that, but I don't hate it. Just don't know why I'm getting it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's really not bad. It's just, it's a golden ale that I could see myself actually drink. Like I said, I do have the detraction from it, that warmth, that alcoholic astringent warmth. I don't know why I'm getting that. The astringency is fading more into like a... the astringency is becoming more like an earthy, dirty English ale than anything else, but that warmth is still there that's going right down to my belly. I mean, I drank the whole thing. I drank the whole thing without a problem. I can't... Here's the thing, right? Most of the breweries that were filled with brewing faults and all that, a lot of them have fallen to the wayside over the years, or the brewers that were not able to brew without the brewing faults have fallen to the wayside, and new brewers have come in. You're finding a lot more skill and a lot more talent and a lot more passion in the people that are brewing nowadays. So it's hard to find a beer that has a whole bunch of faults or that is just, to me, gross. It's hard for me to find that. I can find beers I don't like. I can find beers I don't appreciate. But it's hard to find beers that are under a 5 nowadays, because with all the new schools and all the new training and people having all this experience and everything now, it's harder and harder to find somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. Excuse me. And the breweries that are sticking it through after COVID and all that, they usually stuck through for a reason. Now, I mean, there is one brewery I found with faults from here in Saskatchewan, and they're still alive because of their price. But everything else, I don't understand how they're still... These craft breweries either have to make good beer, or they're not going to survive the world the way it is now. There's so many choices out there. It's harder to stay afloat, especially if you're going to try and compete with them. Like if Regina Brewing Company was going to try and compete with multinational or Rebellion's IPAs, I don't know if they could stay afloat. But to be putting out all these like Goldens and lagers and stuff like that and doing them right, I think it gives them a niche. Now, whether or not that niche is good enough to stay afloat, I don't know. I'm not privy to their books or anything else, but they do a good job, and I can't downplay that at all. As much as, I like making fun of things. I mean, I can't even make fun of Regina Brewing Company's Regina Golden Ale because this one doesn't say Regina's Golden Ale. So I guess I have to bow out of that fight too. I mean, I like making fun of the little things. I like getting my inside jokes in and all that. But I can't do that with this beer. There's nothing wrong with this beer. There's nothing wrong with it. Out of 10, a 6.75. I could see myself possibly buy it if I'm sitting at the bar, but I don't see myself buying it any other time. There's nothing wrong with it. Regina Brewing Company's Golden Ale. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.